Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my craft room. Hopefully, it is the last time for the day. I'm sure you're probably tired of hearing from me. But hasn't it been an awesome day? Just some little perks of joining our BOGO group for you. I'll just let me get back to there. I have some new technology and things work sometimes and don't work other times. So if you are watching, I would appreciate it if you would give me a thumbs up or say hi. Oh, there's Holly. Good. Okay. So I use StreamYard now, and it demands or asks that you give it permission to show your name in the comments. Otherwise, you just show up as Facebook user. So I go back to here, and then there's a time lag, and yeah, it's not fun, but I can see names here. So hi, and welcome. I'm going to be doing a demonstration for you today. I'll just flip the camera to the other one so you can see what we're doing. So this is a card I created for this event that uses a few of the things that we've been talking about today. Some of the standalone items that you may not have noticed in the catalog. So it's kind of like a mini catalog launch as well as a BOGO sale, but it gives you some ideas on what you might want to spend your BOGO money on. So if you haven't had a chance to shop, there's still lots of time to shop. And once the BOGO is over tonight at 7, it doesn't mean that it's over. We will go in and remove all of the stuff that has sold, so you can just look at the stuff, and there's the stuff that's still available for sale, and it'll be BOGO sale just like it has been. It just won't be all the extra stuff for the day, so you'll still be able to purchase stuff. So I thought I'd just tell you that, and now I go back to the important stuff. So just like be quiet, woman, and start some crafting. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create this card. Now, it uses a few things. First of all, this is part of the Happiness Abounds stamp set and the Blooming Happiness dies. I'll put that there, but I need to keep this out because I need to use the die. And then the sentiment came from Go To Greetings. Now, I've used this happy birthday here. So there's 3 different fonts, 4 different words, plus an extra hello. This is a really good stamp set if you need some very versatile greetings. I'm going to be using Thinking of You today. We'll get rid of that one. I'm going to have an avalanche, I know it. This part back here is part of the split card texture dies. There's 2 dies. So I've used this one on the front, and then I use the other one on the inside. So you can see that it leaves still leaves you room to do your writing in here, but you don't have to say a whole bunch of stuff. The sentiment I have die cut out with Stylish Shapes dies, one of the stitched flags, and then I just popped it up there. And this greenery is from the Twigs and Sprigs embossing folder and die set. Now, I'm going to use it today as a hybrid, which means I'm going to put the embossing folder or the die in the embossing folder. But don't use it that way until I get confirmation from Stampin' Up that it's actually a hybrid, because it doesn't say it anywhere. And they were supposed to get a hold of me on Friday, and they didn't. So I have to follow up on that. But there's an embossing folder, and then there's a die that cuts out all these pieces that are popped up on dimensionals. So I'm going to show you how to use that. And that's what the greenery is. So it comes together, and it doesn't go with any stamp set. It's standalone. And then you just put it on here, and you see it fits down in a groove just like our other ones. So that's why I think it's It's hybrid, but not confirmed. Then I'm going to add some in color decorative matte dots. And then on the inside in the corner and on the envelope, I've done some masking. Now, Carla showed this when she did her demonstration, and we talked about the new masking paper a bit. So I'm going to show you how to use it today. It's got two sides. They come in 5x7 sheets, and there's 12 sheets in here. So there's a lot, because once you've made one, you don't have to replace it for a long time. So there's two sides. The side that has the split on it has kind of a polished texture to it. And the side without the split is the side that you're going to stamp on, and it's got a matte finish. So it's easy to tell which side you stamp on. And I'm going to show you how to do that today. Oh, Carla, they are amazing dies, I tell you. I've been using them quite a bit. Okay. Get my kit out here. Envelope, card base. Now, the recipe for it, I will post it in the description of this video so that you can have the recipe. But if you want to do a screenshot, I'll just hold it still and then you get the screenshot. There we go. But I will post it. Card base is basic white. This is a piece of the masking paper. Pear Pizzazz, white. This is for the flower. This is for the front. And I'm going to use Sweet Sorbet. Now, there's two ways to use these dies. You can cut a piece smaller than the die and put it in behind the die. So this measures from here to here is exactly 3 inches. So it's really easy to put designer paper in behind there and maximize your designer paper. You just have to be really careful when you do that, that you get it right, because it's exactly 3 inches. And then on the inside, I added a bigger piece in there, so I kind of framed it a bit. So I'm going to use Sweet Sorbet today. Okay. So this is the inside piece, I think. Nope, it's not. This is the inside piece. That's inside. This is outside. Okay. Inside. I'm going to cut the die. And I'll do it, maybe I'll do it opposite, and then you can see how they look. So it's going to fit on here like this. And then I just run that through my machine. And we were talking earlier about the magnetic platform. And then I went in and had a look, and it is not available to order right now. So unfortunately, if you're looking to get the magnetic platform, the new one, you're going to have to wait a bit because it's not available. Okay, so I'm going to run this through. This will be the inside piece. And it cuts out all those little squares, and it really cuts them out. You see that all the little pieces are not coming out? There's a trick. How am I going to show this to you? Because I'll tell you about it. I take it, I turn it upside down, and I just hit it into my garbage can. Take off the die, and I just hit. So what I'm doing is like this in my garbage can, and it's taken all those little pieces out. And then there's a few that are still in there, but it takes out 99% of them. And then you just tap the die in the garbage can, and it gets rid of all the little bits and pieces as well. Okay, so that's that piece. Now, this is the front. So I'll cut this one out of the piece for the front. Oops, I just about had an avalanche. Good thing I caught that, because they're never good. All right, die cutting that. Do the same thing, just lift it, tap it into my garbage can. And I do that so that all the pieces don't go all over my floor. And see, that one comes out really good. And then just take the time while you're there to make sure that all the little pieces are out of the holes for the next time you want to use it. Okay, so that is the split card texture dies done. See how quick and easy that was? These pieces are just going to layer underneath. So now I'm going to I'm using Memento, Sweet Sorbet, and Pear Pizzazz. And take my Sweet Sorbet and the die. And sorry, the stamp. Hello. Do I know what I'm talking about? Apparently not. There. Now, I've already got the masks made up for the little flowers, so I'm going to show you how to do one with the big flower. So this is the side that's shiny, and you can tell because just by touching it, because it's really smooth. This side has texture, so you want the matte side, the side with the texture, and you don't have to worry about where your sticky is. If you use a Post-it note, you don't even have to worry about where the sticky part is because it's everywhere. And the thing that's really cool about these, what are they called? Oh my God, what is the paper called? Masking paper, is that it's really thin. So you know how when you use a Post-it note for masking, you usually get that area between the cardstock and the mask that doesn't get a stamped image on it because it doesn't make contact with the paper because the Post-it note is too thick. Well, this paper is not thick and you don't get any of those missed areas. You get the stamped image right up to the edge of your mask. So you see, you're just going to cut it out, fussy cut it out like this. This one's a little bit fussier because it's got a few dipsy doodles in it. But it's really worth it in the end. And then Carla showed how she stores hers on a piece of plastic that comes off of the photopolymer stamps. When you get them, they come with plastic on them. Now, they come with a hard piece and they come with a soft piece. I don't know which one she uses. Carla, if you're watching, which piece do you use, the hard one or the soft one? I use the hard ones to make shaker cards. So I would probably use the soft, flimsy ones. But I just store them right on the stamp case itself on the inside. But then I don't store my dies in there. So that could be why she does it on a separate piece if she stores her dies inside her stamp boxes. Okay, so there we go. So we got that. There we go. That's it. So then this has no split because I didn't do it over the split. So if you take your scissors and very gently score a line in there, you know how when you're removing wallpaper, it's called scarifying or something? There you go. That's how easy it is to remove that. And then you just stamp your image. And I look for this one that has this little doodle here. So when I'm lining it up, then you put it over top like that, and then you can stamp your stuff on top of it. Now, if I was smart, I would have brought a spare piece to do that, but I'll show you how when I go to use the little ones. So I want to die cut this. And once again, I'm going to look for that little dipsy doodle. Oh, little dipsy doodle. There it is right there to line that up with. It's very easy. Okay, I'm going to run that through. Oh, I got to clean off. So now my magnetic platform has all these pieces on it. So I just take a metal ruler and go down like this into my garbage can. And it removes all those extra pieces. That works really well too if you have one of the clear plates that has little pieces all over it, because with those ones you don't want to use your fingernails because of the slivers that you can get under your fingernails. Yes, ask me how I know about those. Okay, got that cut out. And see, perfect. Perfect. All right, now we're going to use the Twigs and Sprigs, and I'm going to cut out some leaves and stuff. So let's have a look. Let's see, I don't want a big one, so I think I'll cut up here. Oh, I didn't make that wide enough. Shoot. Oh, maybe it's wider this way. Nope. Dang. Well, we'll do it. So I've already got the die in there. It's locked in place. So when I put this on and close it, then it's ready to go. Then I just have to redo my platform, use number 1, then put the Twigs and Sprigs down, and then use a number 4 on top of that. And then you just run it through. And it comes out the other side. So I have my number 4 on the top, and I have my number 1 on the bottom. And there we go. So then when I open it, there's the excess, throw that away. And there's all the pieces that it cut and embossed at the same time. And of course, if I had done a whole sheet, then I would have got them all, but I only did part of it. So, and I'm not going to store this in here. I'm going to store it in the same container, but I'm not going to store it inside that. So then we have a few pieces to play with. And these ones are not full, so we'll get rid of those, which is okay because I've got lots to play with. Okay, so there's that. Now, the only other thing to do is the sentiment. So get that, and I'm going to do Thinking of You, because I have a friend I need to send a card to. Just stamp that. Look at that beautiful sentiment, and it's so fine. It's not a big gloppy sentiment. And I'm going to get one of the stylish shapes out, and I'll die cut that like that. Did I find my magnetic platform? What I did with it? Okay. There. All right. There's the sentiment. Put that back. Get rid of all that stuff. I'm done with it. Now, we're going to stamp the inside and the envelope. So I'm going to put this one is going to layer with this one. So let's just get the tombow on there so it has a chance to dry. Just going to run a strip of tombow around the outside, around there, and then down here. And then on all these big areas, I'm just going to add a little bit more just so it doesn't lift up. And then we'll just put humble the rest of it while we're at it. Okay, there's that one. Put that off to the side. I'll do the same thing to this one, but I have to finish getting these little pieces out. This one, the pieces are a little bit finickier to get out than the other one. But it's not that they don't come out, it's just that you need to persuade them. This one is a little bit more fragile. You have to be careful you don't rip it. Get rid of those pieces. Oh, I did it on the wrong side. Apparently I have my X there. We'll just remove that. There we go. Okay. And put the combo on there. And a line along here. Oops. And a line down there. And then every once in a while, just a little dab on the crosses there so that it holds it down without lifting up. There we go. A little bit more Tombow just to hold it in place. That off to the side. Okay. Now, while that's drying, I'll do the envelope. I should have stamped the inside before I put the glue on. Oh well. You know, things happen. Where did I put the stamp set now? Where did I put the stamp set? There it is, because my masks are in there. So I just store them right here on the inside of the stamp set. Okay, so this is what the envelope looks like. It has strawberry slush, I was going to say. No, that's an old color. Sweet sorbet. And the big flower. I'm going to stamp that there. And then put the mask on. Now this is the masking paper. So I can show you how lovely this stuff is, because it allows stamped image right up to the edge of it. And we'll stamp this one in here, like that. And I'll put this on, because now I'm going to put the flower or the leaves on there. And Pear Pizzazz. And we'll stamp the leaves on there. We'll stick one there. And I'll stick one there. And oh, no dirty paper. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There it is. The other leaf. We'll stick a leaf in there. And then we'll stick one down there too. Make a real bouquet out of it. All right. Now, this one's easy to get off because it's off the edge. And look at that, stamping right up to the edge of that stamp. Then I'm going to use my pokey tool just to start lifting this because it's so thin that it is quite fragile. Oh, see, I just ripped off a whole part of the flower. Oh, well. But can you see how the stamping goes right up to the edge of that stamp? There's no area in there where there's no stamping like there was on the other ones that when you use a post-it note. Okay, this is the front one. Come on. And it's going to go on this one. Let's put it right there. Like that. And there you go. There's the front end of that. Apparently there's something on my, there we go. Okay, so there's the front. Now, this is the inside piece. And it's bigger than this one, so we're going to frame it. Like that. There we go. Now, flower in there. Now I'm just going to do one flower. Which one did I use? Oh, I used a little one. Because it's quite a small space, I don't want to fill it up completely. So we'll just put this on in the corner. Like that. And then put the mask on it. My pokey tool. I didn't get it on there straight. Just lift it up, move it over a bit. Oh, come on. How difficult is it to get a mask on there straight? Apparently quite. There we go. Okay, so there we have that. Now I'll get my pear pizzazz out. And just put a couple of leaves on there. There's one. And there's the other one coming out from that side. Now you're probably looking at that going, oh, what a mess. Well, it's not, because it's just that I've used that mask a couple of times. Now I'm just going to lift that mask up and it's magic. Is that not stunning? Apparently I should put glue right there. Look at that. It's awesome. Okay, let's get that inside. Oh, of course, I grabbed one that's empty. There we go. Oh, not that one. Not quite empty. No. I like to finish off. Oh, well, it's empty now. Good thing I have spares. Okay. And my card base, this is the inside, so we'll just pop that inside. And then I'm going to put adhesive on these ones. And put that in here. And I like how they've made these dies so that you can use them on the top or the bottom. There we are. So I've used it on the bottom, on the front, and on the top on the inside. Now we have our flower, and that's going to go here-ish. And then we're going to pop some pieces underneath here. And remember, these are the things that came out of that Twigs and Sprigs embossing folder and die. And you can just put as many around there as you want. I think 3 is good. If I put any more, it's going to look too heavy. Okay, I'm just going to cut the feet off because they'll get in the way if I don't. All right. Now just get some adhesive on these. I like these because they're not detailed and you can put adhesive on there really quickly. I'll put it on 4 just in case I decide to use 4. Now I haven't put adhesive on this yet because I want to place these underneath here and then I'll put the adhesive on it. So maybe that one there and that one there. And then this one under here. And then we're going to put our sentiment on. Looks good. I think if I put another one on there, it's going to be too much. But let's have a look. Because, you know, I've got lots of them. I could use them. See, you could fill the whole thing in. But I think just 3. I think right there like that. Yep. Okay, so we'll push those down. Get some dimensionals. Now, the dimensionals, I'm going to be careful because I don't want to put them on top of this. So I'm just going to add them here. And then I'll do a dry run. See if it works. Yeah, that's good. Okay. That on there. Like that. Now we'll take the sentiment, get some dimensionals on the sentiment. The liners off of that. And just put that down right about there. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And I haven't even put Winkostella on it yet. And now I'm going to see if this reactivates. I'm not sure if it, oh, it does a little bit. Color just the center in. So I'm just going to be careful not to go over those lines. If you want a pink flower, that's fine. You can do that. I just want this to be white. So just adding a little bit of Winkostella in the big areas. There we go. Perfect. Now, last step is to add some in color matte dots. These are ombre, so there's different shades of soft or sweet sorbet. So I think I'll use one of these. Let's put that there, and then I'll use a softer one. Get it ombre look. There. So there we are. There's our cards using the split card texture dies, the new masking paper, stylish shapes dies, and the Happiness Abounds bundle. I hope you have enjoyed this presentation, and I hope you have enjoyed our BOGO sale, whether you caught it live or you're catching the replay. We do appreciate it. I'm just going to switch me around so that you see me. We do appreciate you joining us, and thank you so much. There's still lots of stuff for sale. we're going to clean out the albums, delete everything that has been sold, and what's left up there will remain there. It's not going to go away, but it's still going to be BOGO. So if you want to get stuff after, let's see, today is the 29th of May. So after 7 o'clock tonight, which is when the party ends, but doesn't mean the BOGO is going to end, you can still order the stuff. So you just go in and comment on the pictures in the albums and get a hold of the appropriate demonstrator, and they'll give you a total, and you go place your order and get your BOGO retired items for free. What's better than free? I don't know. So thanks so much for stamping with me. Yes, I am an enabler. Thank you so much. Just want to show you that there's other stuff in the catalog besides the bundles and the suites. These standalone dies are often missed in the catalog, and Carla and I have gone over a few of them in our little chit-chat sessions. So watch those too. They're entertaining, if nothing else. So thanks so much, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed your day, and I'll see you soon in my craft room. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.